for any of those people that was waiting for me last week, I wasn't there because I was so tired after the PBA conference in the UK. I decided to give myself a little week off. So I'm here now just to say I'm here. I'm working on a project, and with a little bit of luck, we may be going live with this on Wednesday night. I'm a little bit behind schedule actually. I've had a few conference calls and things that are happening, lovely things that may be happening in the future. So that has been difficult to kind of navigate around my project. So fingers crossed, if I'm a little bit behind, I'll do another live on Wednesday night just to say hi. But fingers crossed, I'm midway through a project. So if I start editing tonight, then you may just get a tutorial on, good afternoon, Nancy. You may get a tutorial on Wednesday, fingers crossed. So I'm going to show you, this is what I'm working on today. I'm working on, this is an IOD paint inlay project. Good morning, people coming on now. So yes, I'm midway through. I thought it'd be a good time to I'm naturally breaking. I've kind of got some inlays on this piece. Let me give you a little right across there. And I'm doing, hey up, I'll have a little cup of tea with you guys. I'm doing a full wraparound. So the idea behind this video is increasingly I've noticed with lots of furniture painting and furniture design, there is a lot of full wrapped furniture. So when I mean wrapped, I don't mean like, like a wrap artist. I mean wrapping with whatever that might be. It could be decoupage, it could be a stencil design, it could be hand painted, could be wallpapered. So I think it's quite nice to do, I'm using a product that is quite tough to do this with. I'm using IOD's paint inlays to wrap around the whole piece. The only place that I'm not going to wrap the design on is the top section of this. I haven't quite yet decided what I'm going to do with that. It was a previous painted, there's Daniel again. Hiya, Daniel. It was a previously painted piece of furniture. This is its third incarnation, fourth if you count the original one. So I haven't yet decided. I might go for a woody top, or it might be just another faux marble on the top. I haven't really decided on that yet. So, but yes, everywhere else, the whole body right down here is going to have the paint inlay on this piece. And I think it's a lovely look at the moment. So continuous pattern. So I don't mean just one big image. I mean, which it is a big image, but a pattern that repeats. So a little bit like my Terra Clay paint project with the stenciling, something that repeats. That wraps the whole piece, and I think that is a really good look at the moment, and I think it's really saleable. So that's what I'm doing. Of course, this, with all of the, you can see all of the details on this, the carved details, the trim, whatever it is, going over them with an inlay is quite tough. And I know that I'm not going to get a perfect paint inlay. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be a little bit broken around the edges, but then this piece of furniture has lots of layers of paint underneath, and I kind of designed it around what was going on with the piece, really. And I think to have the pattern just slightly showing with bits crumbling off, I think should be quite a nice project. I say that, but I have no idea at this point how well this is going to work. And I'm using a paint that is completely new to me. I've never used it before, and that is here we go, Jolie Swedish grey, which I think it's a really beautiful colour, and it's gone on like a dream. So we'll see how well it works with the paint inlays. I should think it's kind of like, I think Jolie paint is like a chalk a chalk style paint. So we'll see how that goes. But yes, so two new things to me: wrapping a whole piece of furniture with an inlay, and a new paint. I've still got a few other brands of paint that I'm trying to cover off. I've had so many brands send me paint, so I've still got I've got Fleur, which is an Italian company, and I've got Daydream, Apocryphy to use. What else have I got? Have I got another one? Oh, and a very exciting one that should be winging its way over right now, and that is Katya's paint. So I'll be using Katya's paint on a project, but probably not for a while because I'm heading off to Australia in a couple of weeks' time. So it'll go quiet again. I will, and then we're heading for the Christmas period. So then I'll hopefully try and get another 2 projects in before Christmas. If not, we're just going to do this. We're just going to chat. We're going to wrap presents and chat probably. So yeah, so that's a lot of different brands of paint, and they're all very different. So far I've had DIY paint, 2 different styles of paint of DIY paint. I've had Dixie Belle, which was the terra clay paint, but I've not used chalk mineral. I've got plenty of that. I've also got, what else have we got? What have I used? You guys know what I've used. I can't remember. I've lost my train of thought, but I've got quite a few paints. That is, we've got questions. What colour are you going to use from Katya's range? Do you know what? I'm not sure. So she just said to me, I will send you over. I waited because she released her neutrals first, and she said, do you want me to send the neutrals? And I said, no, I'll hang fire to get some of the bolder colours as well, the bolder and bright colours. So I'm going to wait. I've just said throw whatever you want into the box, and then I will make it work, whatever it is there. So I have no idea what's coming. I mean, that pink, that dusty pink is just divine, isn't it? And I know that's probably going to be one of her biggest selling colours. It's definitely me, but I have done a lot of pink projects of recent. So I did an Annie Sloan kind of a dusty pink a few weeks back, if you can remember. So maybe I won't use the pink, and a lot of other people are using the pink. I might even try and do a bit of mixing, see how her paints mix, to see what we've got in the whatever she sends me, to see if we can make another colour from them. I'm looking forward to using Katya's paint, actually. She tells me it is kind of a little bit thick, but also very self-leveling. She's getting really good feedback from what I gather, so that's lovely. I'm quite excited to use that. I was really excited to use Jolie paint, actually, and it's not what I thought it would be, and it's a lovely paint to work with. So I haven't really found one that I don't really like. They're all very different. Very different to me, because obviously using chalk paint for 10 years, but most of them have been great coverage, and they just have their unique elements, I suppose. So yeah, it's quite interesting using different paints, and I'm going to continue to do that, I think, for a little while. I'm not going to lay my hat down anywhere just yet. People keep on asking me, when am I going to do my own paint? I don't think that's, well, never say never. I've been offered, a few companies have offered to do me a paint, but I'm just not sure that I want to do that. I kind of want to stay just creative, and, you know, are you still working on your house? Yes, I should be. Don't find the time. We've just had we've had a leak from one of the a big tank up in one of the bedrooms, and it's come through to the kitchen underneath, and we've sorted the leak out, but it was just it's been drying out. And then a few days ago I was on my way to work, and I looked at this bit where it was drying out, and I thought, oh, that looks a bit raised, and I just put my hand through the wall. So I put my hand through the kitchen wall, so I had to ring Mr. M and say, when you get home from work, don't be alarmed, there's a hole in the kitchen wall. So I've got to fix that. I just said to him, I'm really sorry, but I've put my fist through the wall. I will fix it. Good evening, Jonathan. Looking forward to seeing you at. It doesn't say where at, but I presume that is Australia. So fingers crossed. Oh my God, that's crazy. I know. I was just touching it and my hand went through the wall. I think the plasterboard had got wet and then it dried out with the central heating and then it went all really brittle. So now I've got to fix a huge hole in the wall. I don't know if I've got to take a whole panel out. Oh, don't ever buy an old house. They're full of things that you need to fix constantly. Meanwhile, being in a studio trying to do lovely things to show you guys. Would love to have the recipe for that orange brick colour that you used at PBA. Well, Daniel, I can kind of give you like a rough idea of where to go with the colour mix, because I know that you'll be using Annie's paint and I've used Annie's paint for a long time and I understand how the colours mix. So if you want to achieve that sort of burnt orange, it was a burnt orange colour, I would say you need to use, so I would do let's say 3/4 furl. Now you wouldn't think that. 3/4 furl, somewhere around there. So the majority of the mix being furl, which is a yellowy green, and then introduce like a little bit at a time of paprika. Paprika has got a really strong, it's a really strong tinted colour. So just slowly add your paprika to furl. So get your main body, your main amount that you need, and then just add a little bit of paprika to the furl, and just keep on mixing it in until you get to the intensity of the orange. So what happens is the yellowy greenness of the paprika, the furl, and then you add the ready. So it's like red and yellow mixing. Try that. I'm pretty sure you'll get somewhere close to that colour if you do it that way. Don't go in, because you know paprika is an orangey red, don't go in with the majority paprika, because what will happen is you'll have to put loads and loads and loads of furl just to balance it out. Go with the furl first and then you'll find somewhere. No, it's my pleasure, Daniel. So I think you'll get somewhere pretty close, because it's kind of yellowy green. The green in that furl should mute down some of the reddy tones, because it's the opposite on the colour wheel. So think about the colour wheel. Red and green are opposite. It will mute that down, but also the yellow and the orange, the orangey red, make an orange. So yeah, it's one of the, I see colour quite well, I suppose. I'm rambling on again. Right, I am not going to stay any longer. It's just lovely to see you all, and thank you for being patient when I vanish for a little while. Like I said, if this is not complete and I'm not happy with it and not edited, it won't happen this Wednesday, but it will the following. But you'll know, because I'll probably just come live on Wednesday night just to say hello anyway. So you won't get a notification for that anyway. So just look out on Wednesday night. I will be there either with this. Well, you'll know, you'll see the pictures. I will put the pictures on Tuesday night, UK time, if this is going live on Wednesday. So I'll post it on the other platforms. Anyhow, I'm going to send you all much love. I'm going to carry on with my next layer of paint inlays. These are drying nicely. Making sure that everything's pushed down, otherwise it won't transfer as well as I hope. It's UK 7 o'clock UK time. 7:30 usually, my lovely. It's usually at 7:30 UK time on YouTube. And I think Eastern Standard Time 2:30. I think Daniel will correct me on that, because he knows all of his time zones really well. Right, I'm going to finish this. Fingers crossed, I will get it completed for Wednesday evening. So in the meanwhile, take care, everybody. I will see you all very soon. Have a great time in Australia. Thank you. See you all soon. Take care.